What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 690. Can't believe we're just 10 episodes away from 700, but we are here, my fine feathered friends, for part one of Validation, the Battle of the Brands. I have been anticipating this, as I know a few of you have as well. And let's jump right into it. No use waiting around any longer as this action-packed show from top to bottom gets started with the return of perhaps one of, if not the greatest superstars in CMV history, who goes directly for a pin, letting it be known straight out of the gate that he is not here to fool around. That is right, your eyes do not deceive you. You are looking at the technical prodigy, the three-time CMV World Champion, the very first ever CMV World Champion, and yes, the Hall of Famer, Dave Turner, who a few weeks ago returned on Supremacy and announced that he would be coming back full-time. And wasn't beating around the bush, issuing an open challenge then and there for Validation, his first professional wrestling match in over a year. And on that same night, it would be Misawa Kage answering the call. And Kage, these last few weeks of preparation, man, has looked excellent. We just saw him a couple days ago on Supremacy knock off Deshaun Williams in impressive fashion. But will it be enough, as Dave Turner, man, coming out swinging? And I was gonna, ponder whether or not we'd see some ring rust, but I don't think so. Yes, you are also seeing the one and only Poe make his return to CMV, because of course we couldn't have Johnson from Supremacy or James from Crossfire. Don't want them being unbiased in any sort of way during the many cross-brand matches we have to come here during part one, 4 of them taking place. Part 2 of Validation will probably be later on this week. I'm guessing maybe Wednesday or Thursday. We have got 7 matches to look forward to here tonight. And this fight now spilling to the outside as Dave Turner rams Kage and turning to me. What up, Dave? So happy to have him back. I got goosebumps over here. Don't know who these two guys are sitting next to me, but we'll address that later. One of them seems to have a problem with his arm. He's got that Achtung syndrome. Count of 6 by referee Poe. Kage gonna throw Turner back into the ring. I was so looking forward to this clash of styles. The hard-hitting edge of Misawa Kage against the technical prowess of Dave Turner has not disappointed so far. Snap vertical suplex. Kage seems to be trying to get at Dave Turner, using his own tactics to do so. Goes for the midsection. Turner throws out a knee to the gut. And face meet knee. Good night, Misawa Kage. Dave Turner, he's feeling it, man. These fans on their feet, I'm pretty sure we know who these members of the CMV universe are supporting, who they're behind. Another snap vertical suplex by Kage and another pin. This is without a doubt the biggest match Misawa Kage has had since coming to CMV, but I talked about it a few days ago on Supremacy during his match with Deshaun Williams. Since debuting a few months ago, man, Kage has been on the precipice of really becoming a major player. Only a month into his career, he made it to the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. And don't forget his impressive outing in the DEF CON match at DEF CON. Ever since accepting Dave Turner's open challenge, it's as if he's become more lethal. Building up a bit of a winning streak, but there can be a real feather in his cap if he finds a way to put down Dave Turner here to kick off Validation. Now going to try to slow things down a little bit. Like I said, trying to beat Dave Turner at his own game. Is that smart, though? Misawa Kage if you ask me, should use what brought him to the dance, not what brought Dave Turner to the dance. Because I don't think anybody can outmatch Dave Turner and a super kick reminiscent of Dave Turner's former tag team partner, one of his greatest rivals, fellow Hall of Famer, Paul Anderson, but only gets a 2 count. However, Masao Akage looks like he is in La La Land, and is Dave Turner going to hit it? Are we going to see it, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, wait a minute, what's this? I thought he was going for the Psycho Driver. Oh my God, look at this Dragon Sleeper, and Masao Akage has got no choice but to almost instantaneously tap out. Welcome back, Dave Turner, nobody better. And he just put everyone in CMV on notice. Wait a minute here, Kage back to his feet. Dave Turner, always the sportsman, and Kage accepts. He gave Turner a fight, but it's Dave Turner we're talking about. Something I never thought I'd see, but I'm glad that I am. Really wish we would have gotten a Psycho Driver, but I'll take what I can get. I mean, how often do you see a good Psycho Driver these days? I'm sure we'll get one sooner rather than later. But the show continues, guys, and here we go. Our first of 7 cross-brand matches that will take place across Part 1 and Part 2 of Validation. 4 here tonight and 3 during Part 2. And, of course, whichever brand has the most wins at the end of the pay-per-view will be able to claim brand supremacy. Will it be supremacy that stakes their claim yet again to being the flagship show, or will Crossfire, kind of the underdog in a lot of people's eyes, come from behind, man, and take the mantle? We're going to see which brand puts a mark in the win column first, as from Crossfire, the Mega Powers, Rising Star Champion Jarek Lawson and Lance Romance take on the brand new Unified World Tag Team Champions Brett Curtis and Jason Spade from Supremacy. Yes, you are hearing me correctly. Brett Curtis and Jason Spade, who won the titles just a couple of days ago in that chaotic triple threat tag team ladder match, and they are going to have to face each other for the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship that Jason Spade holds on Part 2 of Validation. So the question is, can they put all of that aside and work together right here, right now, in the spirit of representing Supremacy against the Crossfire guys and Jarek Lawson and Lance Romance? I mean, Brett Curtis and Jason Spade, they're unbeaten as a tag team. And they endured a hell of a lot in that ladder match, man. There's no way they're at 100%. And then factor in this match. What are they going to be looking like for their world title bouts on Part 2 of Validation? I mean, I'm still thinking about that sick hit that Jason Spade took. I think it was Golden Cat slammed him gut first onto the ladder and then like hit a crossbody to the back of his head, smushing him. Ugh. Disgusting. Made me actually cringe. And let's not even talk about the amount of times that Brett Curtis and Jason Spade were thrown out onto that ladder bridge. It amazes me that they're even standing here right now. But I'll tell you this, Brett Curtis and Jason Spade, we know they have an immense amount of respect for each other. They've said it multiple times. It was a couple of weeks ago that Jason Spade, responded to a tweet by Brett Curtis, said, "I respect you, and I'm looking forward to our championship match. I hope you give me a fight, but there's no way you're knocking me off the top of the mountain when I just got here." There's a reason that Curtis and Spade, I think, work so well together and are unbeaten and are the new Unified World Tag Team Champions. They're very similar. They're both extremely hard-headed. But they complement each other so well in the ring. Oh, look at that. Nice reversal by Spade into a headshot. and Jarek Lawson asking for the tag. Oh, Jason Spade going to make one as well. Here comes Rising Star champion Jarek Lawson. Here comes Brett Curtis, the king of the ring. Nice hip toss into a knee strike right across the bridge of the nose. Speaking of unbeaten, Jarek Lawson still to this day unpinned and unsubmitted. Suffered his first ever official loss only a month ago in that mixed tag, but he wasn't the one who was actually pinned or submitted. Longest reigning Rising Star champion of all time, the Cowboy, looking to become a double champion. Take that from Jason Spade. Crazy to think that Spade could walk into Validation with 2 titles and leave with none. I'll say this, at least Brett Curtis and Jason Spade will have some time to rest after this match before their undisputed championship clash during part 2. Tonight's event will culminate in the 6-man tag team match. Supremacy versus Crossfire. Andrew Briggs, Chris Proudfoot, and Shay Hoxton taking on Pierre Thompson, Ryan Kent, and Ace Reeves. Brett Curtis gonna hop off the apron. Nice drop kick by Lawson there. This could be a big steal for Crossfire. I'm sure Ken Donahue is watching right now, licking his lips at the thought of taking the tag team titles from Supremacy. Lance Romance, nice drop down by Spade, and we get a Superman punch. Romance probably 3 times larger than Jason Spade. That ain't stopping the Outlaw from going right after him, though. It's never stopped Jason Spade. Beautiful clothesline. Lance Romance didn't see it coming. Big first opportunity for Romance here in his CMV career. Already made a hell of an impact in his short couple of months being a part of the company. He debuted by defeating global champion Ace Reeves in a non-title match just a few nights ago that he and the rest of his Mega Powers buddies beat Paul Devine in that handicap match. They're feeling good right now. Great teamwork by the champions. Double backstabber. Curtis now going for the pin. Curtis made an interesting point actually a couple days ago on Twitter saying, winning the tag team titles with Jason Spade, that's his first taste of gold in over a year. The last time he won a championship was an NGW, the tag team titles with another rival of his, Michael Boom. Seems like Brett Curtis just works so well with people he's supposed to hate, people he's supposed to be at war with. Of course, Brett Curtis, much the opposite of Jason Spade, where Spade could leave Validation with no titles. There's the potential for Brett Curtis to leave Validation with 2 titles. Jason Spade in off the tag again. Walks right into an airplane spin. Jarek Lawson dropping him down unceremoniously. By the end of Validation, could have a few championships ending up on different brands, because also we have the Anarchy Championship at stake. That's actually up next. Joseph Santos from Crossfire challenging Supremacy's Sub-Zero. And then, of course, going to be emotional, but Jay Young from Supremacy in his last match before he officially retires, taking on Crossfire's Zack Angel for the Zero G Championship. Landscape of CMV could entirely change after the events of Validation. Man, oh man, I think Lawson's going to need to make a dentist appointment after that boot. Whew. Referee Poe getting in the way of Spade there, makes the tag to Brett Curtis. Loving the teamwork from both teams so far, but especially Curtis and Spade. Taking this match on a few nights' notice. I mean, the Mega Powers were preparing for X-Gen. Let's not forget that. Their game plan was prepped and ready for Quantum and Hayden, so they're kind of being thrown for a loop as well. But at least they knew they would be a part of this match. Brett Curtis and Spade, they had no idea. Lance Romance tagging himself in, seeing that Jarek Lawson's not doing too hot. Curtis now wanting to make a tag, but the big man says no way. Irish whip back to his corner. Ooh. And over to Spade again. Jason Spade, that gives him a chance to tag in. Oh, and a cutter. Don't know if that's exactly the most legal tag in the world, but we'll roll with it. Poe's in charge here. It's his show. DDT by Romance, catching Spade as he was trying to go low. Oh, wait a minute. Jarek Lawson jumping off the apron. It looked like Lance Romance wanted to make a tag, but Lawson said, not right now. I guess he's a bit tired. That kind of caught Romance off guard, though. And now spiked on his head with that Hurricane Rana. Bit of a miscommunication there that we haven't seen from the Mega Powers, and now Lawson's back on the apron clapping like nothing happened. We all saw that. Clothesline, Curtis might be seeing stars right now. Lance gonna capitalize with some knees right to the kidney. We've seen this before. Air raid siren neck breaker leading to nothing good, but that could be enough. Will he have new Unified World Tag Team Champions? No. 2 count, very close, but no cigar. Brett Curtis directly to his feet. Almost out of instinct, but just gonna get some more shots. No! Beautiful reversal by Brett Curtis. We get a super kick to the back of the head. Night-night Lance Romance. Brett Curtis. What's he doing here? The king of the ring. Off the shoulders. Lance Romance pancaked off the canvas. 1, 2. Oh, and 3, he got it! Jarek Lawson was too slow to break the pin. And that is 1 point for Supremacy, ladies and gentlemen, as Brett Curtis and Jason Spade are still the Unified World Tag Team Champions. And it seemed like there was some miscommunication between the Mega Powers. Who would have thought that in this match it would be Brett Curtis and Jason Spade working better together than the actual team of Lawson and Romance? We hadn't seen previously any sort of friction, though, between Lawson and Romance, but it kind of reared its ugly head here tonight. The worst time for it to do so. And now, Supremacy takes the lead. But what's going to happen, guys? Part 2 of Validation not over for Brett Curtis and Jason Spade. Victorious together here, but only one of them will be when the world title is on the line. And now here we go right into the second cross-brand matchup on part 1 of Validation. A chance for Crossfire to immediately tie things up as Joseph Santos, even more than representing Crossfire here. This is a very important match for Santos as he challenges Subject Zero for the Anarchy Championship in a last man standing match. A match chosen by Joseph Santos because you'll recall a couple nights ago on Supremacy, Tailcoat Val issued a challenge to Santos for him to tag with Subject Zero. And if they were victorious, then Val would allow Santos to pick the stipulation for their championship match here. And as I said during the tag match, man, Santos and Zero worked better than I think many of the teams here in CMV today. They were so fluid, just on the money, and everything they were doing completely took me off guard. I think it even took Santos off guard how well he was meshing with Subject Zero, but in victory he was allowed to pick the stipulation. He picked last man standing. as he dug his own grave, or will he indeed be just that and win finally his first singles championship in his CMV career? It's very poetic, last man standing, because as Santos said himself, at the end of last season, the doctors, everybody thought his career was over after what Tenra did to him at Homebound. They thought he would never walk again, let alone enter the CMV wrestling ring. But he did. He picked himself up, dusted himself off, busted his ass in rehab and in the gym. And just a few months later, he returned, a new man. The trials and tribulations didn't stop there, though. I mean, this season has been up and down, a roller coaster ride, to say the least, for Joseph Santos. He came in red hot, an unbeaten streak for months. He was looking unstoppable, but then failed to capture the United States Championship, failed to capture the Rising Star Championship, and there's been a few moments here and there where he's gotten his head above the water. But for the most part, as Val said, it's been failure after failure. And it's time for Joseph Santos. This is really must win in the mind of Santos and in the mind of a lot of people. He's got to be the last man standing here tonight. It's kind of questionable whether or not Santos will ever be able to get the job done. But then you look at who he's against, and how do you stop Subject Zero? How do you put this man down for 10 seconds? Of course, that's the objective of a last man standing match. There's no pins, there's no submissions, no countouts, no disqualifications. You can only win by incapacitating your opponent so badly that they can't respond to referee imposed count of 10. And I try to look at, what the strategy could be. Maybe Santos doesn't believe he can pin Zero. Maybe he doesn't believe he can make him submit, but believes that he can find a way to keep him down long enough to become Anarchy champion here tonight. Well, here we go, our first count. Subject Zero looking down from the ring at Santos, already up to 4. And interesting that Val is not out here. Oh boy, let's hope that this one's not over already. Yeah, I think so. Santos tougher than that. Gonna take more than a couple of punches and kicks to keep Santos from chasing after that championship. A lot of people believe in Santos, though. It's Ken Donahue who gave Santos this opportunity to represent Crossfire here at Validation. Nice. Subject Zero going after that knee. Turning it into a back suplex as well, and I think Zero is going to go for another count. Reserved is Subject Zero here. Not often you see him standing still for longer than a few seconds, but very... Now, okay, there we get a beat of his chest so ferocious it shook the hard camera. Guys, count of 8. Joseph Santos picking himself up, but just barely. Cranks the neck. Santos gets out a punch to the gut. There's a hurricanrana. Gonna have to use that speed and agility of his. I think it's the only edge he might have over Zero, who obviously is the bigger and the stronger, more ruthless. Zero doing a good job of knowing where he is at all times. And now he's playing the in and out game. Someone is a big fan. Hear that woo in the back. They are here to see Joseph Santos become Anarchy champion. Oh, and look at Santos shaking what the good Lord gave him as he looks down at Zero. This beast. And only a count of 5. Zero's back to his feet, punch to the back of the head seems to have little to no effect. Santos gonna turn himself around, another Hurricane Rana. And Zero just gets right back up. Santos trying to pull on the arm. There we go, targets the knee, smart move. Take out the base of Zero. You pretty much eliminate that strength advantage of his. Tilt the world DDT. Santos telling Poe to count again. Maybe he has it here. Maybe, just maybe, it'll be enough. You see how Santos doesn't stop moving, constantly fidgeting, whether he's flicking his wrist or shaking his head, massaging his shoulder. Santos luring Zero in there. Missed the drop kick though. Uh-oh. Zero. This could be devastating. This could be game-changing. Out of the powerbomb position. Hurled backwards. And a snake eyes has Santos going as limp as a wet spaghetti noodle. And dear Lord, Subject Zero, who's 300 pounds plus all of that weight down onto the sternum, crushing Santos. But apparently that's not enough. Grabbing the hair. Jeez. And the brick wall. Kicking it into second gear. Santos able to find a tiny opening. And there's the strut. For all those Santos marks out in the crowd. Getting their pictures. Santos, here we go. Have those cameras ready. The baseball slide drop kick through the rope. Santos picking Zero right back up. Laying into him. Now going to toss him alongside the ring. You never really know in these types of matches what it will be that finally seals the deal. I mean, look at our last match of this type a few weeks ago. Robert Cross and Chris Diamond competed in a last man standing match, and after everything they put each other through, it ended up being Robert Cross throwing Diamond out of the ring, and he hit his head on the apron on the way down. That's what kept him down for the 10 count. But look at this, it might be enough here. No, another count of 8. Santos struggling to pick himself up. Zero just stomping on his lower back. What's this by Santos here? Hangman's DDT. Busting Zero open. Santos sees blood. He knows this might be his best chance to land a killing blow. Zero reverses the momentum in the corner. Elbow to the side of the head though. Santos never stops working, misses the dropkick, and that could be what ends this match. Fatal mistake? Maybe not. Counters the super kick and on the rebound, running right into Subject Zero like he is a brick wall. Barrel roll now busting Santos open. And Zero, like a great white shark in the deep blue, smells blood. Up on the top. I think I know what Zero's going for here, guys, and if he hits it, there's no way Santos gets back up. Santos knows it, hits the dropkick this time. Telling Poe, count, count, count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does he have it? 8. No. Zero just about to shoot right back up. Santos saying stay down, but Zero's not listening. And off the reversal, Poe begins his count. We know Santos will never quit on his own accord. Look back to Homebound and the Iron Man match against Tenra. Santos just would not stay down, and that's what in the end led to him nearly having his career ended. Santos doesn't know better than to stop when he should. He keeps fighting. Big Irish whip. There's the deadly Irish whip. Will we get a repeat? start calling that the Robert Cross of last man standing matches. The hidden secret. 6 count. 7. 8. Guys, 8. Is it actually going to work? 9. It's actually going to work. 10. Subject 0. Guys, the hidden gem of last man standing matches. Irish whipping your opponent out of the ring. And it actually worked again. Subject 0 victorious, and another point for Supremacy. Supremacy now up 2 points here on part 1 of Validation, but then you can't help but to feel for Santos. So close. Ooh, look at that gash right above Zero's right eye. I don't know what it is about that devastating Irish whip, man, but it works every time. Taking a page out of Cross's playbook. And the question now is, Val has had her way. What comes next for Joseph Santos? Has he fallen into the web of Val? Will he be another victim, or can he find a way to break himself free? 2 points for Supremacy. Now it's starting to get a bit hot in her if you're Crossfire. So let's see if they can score a point and try to get their way back into this war as Jay Young takes on Zack Angel for the Zero G Championship. And guys, this is more than just another cross-brand match. The last ever appearance of Jay Young and CMV last month, announcing his retirement, going on a bit of a tour, and this is his final stop here in CMV as he looks to end his career by winning his first singles championship. Long time Jay Young has been around, I think over 2 years, maybe even coming close to 3, but of course an NGW alumni, former NGW Tag Team Champion, and despite multiple opportunities, Jay Young has never been able to win a singles championship, and here in his final night, he can go out by scoring yet another point for Supremacy and also retiring as Zero G Champion. But in order to do that, he's got to put down Zack Angel, the history-making Zero G Champion, as he is the first ever and only 2-time Zero G Champ. Referee rings the bell, and let's get it on. Definitely sad to see Jay Young go. Every single night goes out to that ring and puts on a hell of a show. Never disappoints. But you got to do what you got to do. Jay Young moving on to brighter horizons, but let's see if his final night will be a happy one. Hopefully at least we get a good showing. Hard to see these two disappointing, though. Going to start off slow. First time these two are encountering one another. A bit of a feeling out process. Now Jay Young going to turn it up a bit with a shell shock. And there, of course, you see Kingly at ringside, the disciple of Zack Angel, winning his second Zero G Championship a few weeks ago, defeating Mystery Master 3rd, lifting reverse DDT by the TV Dream. Hopefully he was able to bump into Dave Turner backstage. Oh, Hank! Whoa, 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 whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hinckley just put his hands on Jay Young. I guess he didn't technically attack him. And I wouldn't want to see Jay Young's final match end in a disqualification. But still, at least a brisk warning. Something from Poe. That was borderline there. Didn't do anything but throw Jay Young back in the ring, but still, maybe Young could have used a couple seconds ringside to catch his breath. Still to come, guys, here on part 1. We've got Tim LaFave going toe-to-toe with Mr. Slate. We've got the Women's Championship on the line as Danielle Davis challenges Kelsey Hayes And of course, we've got the 6-man tag team match. Supremacy versus Crossfire. Jay Young, look at this, rolling down into the modified Kimura. Zack Angel, a submission expert, though. Going to be able to find a way out of that one. Seems like the damage may have been done to his arm. So far, Supremacy up 2 points. Brett Curtis and Jason Spade retaining the Unified World Tag Team titles. And we just saw Subject Zero defeat Santos in the last man standing match. There's probably a lot of pressure on the shoulders of Zack Angel right now from the rest of the Crossfire locker room to try and get them a point. Remember, there's 7 cross-brand matches at Validation, so at a certain point, it's going to become academic. Crossfire's got to score some points here. Got to get themselves on the board. Kick to the side of the head. Double boot stop. Will we get the vintage Borton combo? No, we will not. But we will get a sharp enziguri. Up to the top rope. Jay Young gonna fly. Elbow drop to the upper back. Be feeling that in the morning. Thus far, all the titles have stayed with their respective brands. The Unified World Tag Team title still with Supremacy. Anarchy Championship still with Supremacy. And Jay Young take the Zero G Championship to Supremacy. Oh, and a little bit of showboating from Jay Young. And to the top rope a third time. Feeling hella froggy. A third elbow drop. The trifecta could pay off here. Oh, close. 2.999. Jay Young shooting a glare at Kingsley like you better not try nothing again. Forearm smash, Rocket Angel, but not for long. Close range, that does the trick. Counters the Irish whip. Thrown down. Angel up to Brett's rope, taking a look at that fist. Going old school. Zack Angel, knowing that these fans are firmly behind Jay Young. Trying to get under their skin. Couple of clotheslines. Calf kick off the rebound. Ooh, and that clipped Young, busting him open. 1, 2. Ooh, nearly. I think everybody in the Crossfire locker room just shot out of their seat. What Jay Young cannot allow to happen is for Zack Angel to lock in that dragon sleeper he calls the sigil, because hardly anyone has been able to escape from it. Might not even get there, though. Angel wanting to take Young's head off, but misses the wheel kick, leaving himself open. Jay Young hooks the arm, hooks the leg, reverse STO. Angel now bleeding a bit. And Jay Young, hook handle Samoan drop, baby, into the cover. 1, 2. Oh, just a 2. And Jay Young can't believe it, on the precipice of going out with a bang. Continuing to target that back. He softened up earlier with those elbow drops. I don't know if this is the best time for Jay Young to start gloating in his last match with so much on the line. Shot to the pec by Angel. Irish whip coming back at him. Go behind. Nice dragon suplex. Very stiff landing for Young. You see how Angel just rubs his forearm into Young's jaw as he goes for the pin. Head scissors leaving Jay Young open for some elbows to get through unchallenged. Kip up, and Angel getting surprised in the corner. Clothesline, ducks Angel's, leaping lariat, and another kip up. Jay Young has caught a second wind. Thriving off the energy of these fans. Catches the kick, this Angel, though, into a power bomb. Walked over to the corner and just thrown out of the ring unceremoniously, almost as if Angel's saying, go on and get out of here. This is my ring. But took too long messing around, and Jay Young was waiting for him. Watch out for Kingsley, though. He's getting awfully close. Referee Poe. I don't want this match to end in a DQ, but I don't want Jay Young getting ganged up on here. Oh, running himself gut first into the barricade. Oh, now we get a dozy-do. And again, runs himself into the corner of the announce table. Zack Angel doing more damage to himself than Jay Young is. Yeah, good idea. Jay Young getting back into the ring. Has to be weary of Kingsley lurking about. Gonna go to the other side. Kingsley doesn't have a shot at him over there. Kick under the knee, and back into the ring we go. Zack Angel done wasting time. Looking for the kill shot. If he locks this in, there it is, interlocking the fingers, the sigil applied, and Jay Young has no choice but to tap. Zack Angel retains the Zero-G Championship and scores the first point for Crossfire here at Validation. And you hate to see it, but at least it was a hell of a match. Jay Young, his last night here in CMV, not disappointing. And whatever is next for the TV dream, I hope he finds success walking into the sunset. So long, Jay Young. Sorry about that. Grabbing a quick drink of water. As we continue taking a break from the cross-brand action, Tim LaFave going to go one-on-one with Mr. Slate still to come. We've got the Women's Championship at stake. It's all or nothing for Danielle Davis as she challenges the boss, Kelsey Hayes. And then we're going to wrap things up here on part one with the six-man tag team match, Supremacy versus Crossfire. Briggs, Proudfoot, and Hoxton taking on Thompson, Kent, and Reeves. This is something I never thought that I would see in this day and age. Here in CMV, Tim LaFave one-on-one with Xander Slate. But of course, this coming about as at the end of the 3 Stages of Hell match last month, DEF CON, where Bob Luger and Slate finally ended their multi-year blood feud. Slate was lying defeated, and just when he thought that his war was over, another one began. Tim LaFave returning after almost a year away from the ring. He kind of just vanished. We had no... Oh, and wait a minute, I didn't even notice Tailcoat Val at ringside. I must be going blind. What the hell is Val doing out here? I genuinely didn't even see her until she just jumped up on the apron and distracted Slate. What the I mean, hang on, this is all, now that I'm starting to think about it, we were pondering exactly what was different about Tim LaFave during his return match a few weeks ago against Ashley Amell. He just seemed so different, not only in his actions in the ring, but maybe more importantly in the way he was carrying himself, and was refusing to speak to anybody about what he did to Slade at DEF CON and why he was back where he was while he was gone. But this is starting to make sense. He's reminding me of one of Val's husks, one of her experiments. And now with Val out here, I'm starting to wonder if that's exactly what happened. Did Val get her hands on Tim LaFave? I mean, why else would she be out here? And of course we know the history between Val and Slate. They were allies for the better part of the beginning of the season, but once Slate gave up his seat of authority to Val so that he could step down in order to face Bob Luger at DEF CON, well, Val kind of just retreated into the shadows and started pulling the strings from behind the scenes. And it seems as though her shaky partnership with Slate is no longer in effect now that he has nothing to offer. I mean, he's not the general manager of Supremacy anymore. What good is he to Val? And is she the one that brought Slate back? Or I should say, brought Tim back and sicked him on Slate? This is all, of course, speculation, because who really knows? With Tim LaFave refusing to speak to anybody, and Val, of course, you can never get a proper answer out of her. But nonetheless, Slate trying to focus as he has Tim up on the top rope in a huge superplex. You got to remember, this is only Slate's second match in almost a year. Been spending his days in a comfy chair running Supremacy. But we definitely saw that he has not lost his edge in the 3 stages of Hell match against Luger at DEF CON. It was a close one. He scored a point. It had to go to the 3rd and final stage inside of the steel cage, where Luger ultimately was victorious. Oh my God, what an uppercut by Tim, but Slate, crafty as ever, gonna catch him in this small package. I mean, you got to think back to the last time we saw Tim, guys. He was in a very dark place. Revenge had clouded his mind. All he could think about was, getting his retribution against Bob Luger, Xander Slate, and Randy Borton. You could say that he was in a fragile state, and we know that Val loves when people are vulnerable, because that allows her to sneak in and start whispering in their ear. And I have to wonder if she got her hands on Tim all those months ago. And that's where he's been this whole time. Just now, stepping out of the shadows, moonsault by Tim into a pin, only gets a 1 count. Slate gonna shoot up to his feet. Winds up a big chop. Took too long though, takedown by Tim. Irish Whip gonna send Slate off the ropes. Popped up and caught on the way down. Wait a minute. With some spunk. Tim LaFave planting Slate. Coney Island Cyclone and some unnecessary shots to the side of the head. But Slate, wait a minute. Tim turned to wipe some sweat from his face, and Slate just popped up out of nowhere, taking that Coney Island Cyclone like a champ. And these fans chanting, "This is awesome," as Slate tries to come back with some clotheslines and that vintage tilt-a-whirl single knee backbreaker. You can't take your eyes off the OG dirty heel, baby. Tim back in control though. Smashing Slate's lower back. Off those turnbuckles, another surprise small package. 1, 2. Almost. But almost not gonna cut it. Shot to the ribs. Tim grabbing a hold of that belt, that Gucci belt. Very slow pace, you could say methodical. And again, another comparison to Val's other subjects, or at least most of them. Don't remind me about what happened on Crossfire with that freaking new subject of hers, Miasma. Jumping all over me. But you look back at like Subject Zero, who we just saw a few matches ago. Very lumbering. That's what we're seeing from Tim here, besides the occasional, vintage Tim moonsault. But there's the Slate Walk Slam from out of nowhere and nearly takes Tim down. Arguing with referee Poe, but now turning his attention back to Tim. Slate. Slayed by Slate. And looking right at Val as he hooks the leg and gets the 3 count. And that has to feel good for the show. Look at this earlier in the match. Tim catching Slate on the way down with a Coney Island Cyclone, but Tim made the mistake of taking his eyes off of Xander. Able to mount a comeback. The craftiness of Slate on full display during this match. But the bigger story, guys, what is the true connection between Tim LaFave and Tailcoat Val? And when Val's involved, you know this is far from over. And moving on to our co-main event here on part 1 of Validation, guys. Probably one of the matches I've more been looking forward to on the entire Validation card. Excuse me. Got something in my throat. The CMV Women's Championship at stake as Danielle Davis finally gets her one-on-one shot against Kelsey Hayes. And this is really do or die for Danielle Davis, who has spent, over a year since she arrived in CMV, striving to become women's champion, but opportunity after opportunity has passed her by. Danielle Davis said enough is enough. She is going to leave Validation as women's champion. Let's see if she can back up those words. I mean, let's look at the facts. These last couple of months, Danielle Davis has had Kelsey Hayes' number at every single turn, but when it comes to one-on-one, the last time these two faced off, Kelsey Hayes not only beat Danielle Davis, but then absolutely obliterated her with a steel chair afterwards. With the spotlight on bright, nobody else, no Amber Reed, no Ashley Rain, no Janet Tour, just Danielle Davis, just Kelsey Hayes for that women's championship. And here we go. Davis comes out swinging with that kick to the side of the head. Snap vertical suplex, taking down the champion. No feeling out process between these two. You can almost feel the animosity between them. Kelsey Hayes, who started off this season so dominant, slapping that derriere, maybe already signaling for a rear end. That devastating move that has kept the women's championship firmly around her waist. But as I was saying, Kelsey Hayes started this season so dominant, but once she stepped into the line of sight of Danielle Davis, things have not been going so well. Shaky. Danielle Davis gotten the better of her in tag team competition, mixed tag team competition, knocking away all of Kelsey Hayes' allies, defeating Amber Reed multiple times. Just a few nights ago on the Go Home Crossfire, we saw Danielle Davis and Ashley Rain defeat the team of Kelsey Hayes and Janet Tour. All the momentum is definitely with Danielle Davis, but again, you have to remember that one-on-one Kelsey Hayes has got the upper hand. Danielle Davis has had a hell of a journey to the top of the mountain. She's been here before. She's been just at the peak. And she knows what it feels like to be knocked all the way back down to the bottom. And that's a feeling she does not want to replicate here tonight at Validation. Jockeying for control in the collar double tie-up. Ooh, down on the knee and a sickle. Handstand elbow drops in the middle of the back, and Kelsey Hayes, there's that sort of explosive anger of hers that you can expect in her matches. Almost like she's insulted when her opponents actually fight back and give her a run for her money. She gets upset and kind of throws a tantrum. Validation Part 1, guys. Been a hell of a show so far. Currently, Supremacy in the lead, 2-1. Things going to culminate up next in that 6-man tag team match. We'll see if Crossfire can even things up heading into Part 2 later on this week. Monkey flip by Danielle Davis there. Grabs a hold of Kelsey's hair. Don't forget, these ladies, upon winning the championship, no matter who it is, going to immediately going to have to watch their back, because during Part 2 of Validation, the Magnificent 6 match going to take place. 6 women competing for that briefcase, earning, does the winner, a shot at the Women's Championship anytime, anywhere they so choose to cash it in. Kelsey Hayes trying to get herself back into this match. Didn't even get a 1 count there, though. Danielle Davis blocking whatever she was going for there. Oh, spiking Kelsey Hayes with that Hurricane Rana and some cheeky right hands just to put the cherry on top. Lion Salt by Danielle Davis. Hooks the leg, middle of the ring. 1, 2. Oh, so close. Wait, though. Is she gonna? I think she is, to the top rope. Ladies and gentlemen, hold your breath. The Globo on the money. 1, 2, 3. Danielle Davis has finally become the CMV Women's Champion. And emphatically, if I do say so myself, what a performance. As soon as that bell rang, she came out swinging and did not stop, not giving Kelsey Hayes an inch. And an elbow to the heart seals the deal. After a more than year journey, Danielle Davis is finally the Women's Champion. A feel-good moment indeed. Look at how emotional she is, and understandably so. I don't know if Danielle Davis really thought that she would ever get here after the numerous failed attempts, but she never quit. And now she can say she is Women's Champion. And here we go, my fine feathered friends, some breaking news as we get into our main event of Part 1 here at Validation. What was originally supposed to just be a standard 6-man tag team match between Supremacy's Briggs, Proudfoot, and Hoxton, Crossfire's Thompson, Kent, and Ace Reeves has now been changed into a TLC tag. We're going out with a bang here on Part 1 as we find out whether or not Supremacy will keep the lead heading into Part 2 or if Crossfire can tie things up, because so far it is 2-1 in favor of Supremacy after Brett Curtis and Jason's Fate managed to retain the Unified World Tag Team titles, and Subject Zero was able to retain the Anarchy Championship against Joseph Santos, but Zack Angel got a point for Crossfire in defending the Zero G Championship against Jay Young. So now, will it be a tie, or will Supremacy further take the lead, guys? TLC tag. Let's get it on. This is going to be even more chaotic than originally thought, as all 6 men are going to be active at the same time. Tables, ladders, and chairs, all legal. And the only way to win is to pull down the briefcase that hangs above the ring that will contain within it. It's going to crash. Fuck. God damn it. God damn you, game. That's on me. I probably should have known better than to make the last match a multi-man match. Always crashes when it's 6-man. That's my fault. Gotta get the obligatory 1 crash in. And let's just hope to God that it saved the matches, which it probably didn't, knowing my luck. Because it do be like that sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. It do indeed. It's been kind to us before, though. It saved the match card. Let's hope I can just jump right back into it, unhindered. Just enjoy Brett Curtis striking a manly pose for us in the meantime. Okay, well, it added some matches, I can tell you that. Interesting. Oh, look at that! But I'm going to have to simulate all the other matches. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright! It kept the match. I'll take it. I will take it. That means I don't have to stop the stream, so I will accept that bargain deal from 2K. And I guess this is a nice chance to recap all the results if you're just joining us. So we saw Dave Turner make his return after over a year out of action, defeating Masao Kage. That apparently got 2 stars from Dave Meltzer. And then we saw, okay, what match was this? This was the tag match. I guess it changed that for some reason. But we did see Brett Angel, rip in peace, never forget. That's because I'm seeing Zack Angel. Brett Curtis and Jason Spade retain the Unified World Tag Team titles against Crossfire's Mega Powers, Jarek Lawson and Lance Romance. I guess I'll give this to Angel since he did win later on. And then we saw Subject Zero come out as the last man standing. It's really a man, last monster standing, and retaining the Anarchy Championship against Joseph Santos. And then, of course, Jay Young's final match here in CMV was a hell of a show, but unfortunately, Zack Angel retained the Zero-G Championship. And then we had an interesting matchup between Tim LaFave and Mr. Slate with the Spectre Tailcoat Val at ringside. Slate, though, able to get the victory. And then we just witnessed Danielle Davis finally win the big one, becoming a women's champion, defeating Kelsey Hayes with an exclamation point. And now it is time for our main event. Hopefully it does not crash again. It shouldn't. Usually it just needs one. Just needs one good crash. So Supremacy at 2 points, Crossfire at 1. Can Crossfire even things up heading into part 2, where we will have another 3 cross-band matches, 7 in total, and of course the brand with the most wins earning bragging rights. Part 2, guys, chock full of some more action I cannot wait for. We, of course, have the big match between Josh Wolf and Bob Luger. And then we've got the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship at stake. Brett Curtis, King of the Ring, challenges Jason Spade in the main event, the Cross-Brand Elimination Chamber, which not only has a point on the line for supremacy and Crossfire, but the individual superstar who is victorious will earn a shot at the world title of their choosing, either the CMV Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship or Crossfire's Global Championship, along with more. So definitely do not miss that. Again, like I said, probably will be on either Wednesday or Thursday later on this week. But for now, it is TLC Tag, baby. All 6 men going to be active in the ring at the same time. Tables, ladders, chairs, all legal. The only way to win is to climb the ladder, unhook the briefcase that contains within it a point. It's just a big piece of paper that says point for the brand that these superstars represent. Hoxton. Hoxton immediately ducks out of the ring, going for a ladder, pulling that Hayden from a couple of nights ago in Supremacy. And it is Andrew Briggs, the brand new international champion. Yes, if you missed Supremacy a couple of nights ago, Briggs in the Fatal 4-Way elimination match, becoming international champion, ending the historic reign of Shay Hoxton. Also beating out Chris Proudfoot and Bob Luger, of course. But we've seen that, definitely more so than Crossfire, Briggs, Proudfoot, and Hoxton able to put their differences aside and work extremely well together. While on the other hand, the last couple episodes of Crossfire, not so much. Oh, holy shit! We're getting things started, baby. There ain't no waiting around. Here, Thompson just freaking scoop slammed Proudfoot out of the ring. Didn't break the table. He landed right on the edge of it, which might be worse. And as I was saying, Thompson, Kent, and Ace Reeves just have not been able to get on the same page. Kent's more worried about his upcoming Global Championship match against Ace Reeves than, working for Crossfire. Chris Proudfoot's just taking all the heavy hits early on here. Briggs dropped on the ladder gut first. He's going to take a quick breather. Snap power slam. That Fatal 4-Way on Supremacy acted as a way for Proudfoot, Luger, Briggs, and Hoxton to work out any aggression they may still have towards each other, and there was plenty. So now they have clear heads. Now they can focus on the task at hand, though I'm sure Hoxton, not a big fan of losing his international championship only a short while after being unable to become Undisputed Champion. Look at Ace Reeves, guys, the sneakiest of the sneaks. Up that ladder in a moment's notice. He's got his hands on the briefcase. But Briggs able to push the ladder out from under him. Remember, Ace Reeves, he has a history with ladder matches. Winner of last year's men's Magnificent Six ladder match. But of course, he shares the ring with Chris Proudfoot, winner of last year's Money in the Bank ladder match. Of course, that's what he cashed in to become Undisputed Champion. Hoxton just chilling in the corner. Now he's going to go up top. Looks like he's... Briggs interrupting his potential drop on a Kent. Still goes for it, though. Misses horribly. Curtsy Hoxton, that was pretty impressive. You missed, but I appreciate your form. I'll give it a solid 6 out of 10. Not bad. If it would have landed, maybe an 8 out of 10. Looking to decapitate Kent as he pulls him into the top rope. Here, Thompson, all about that shmoney, baby. Aw, no balling. Hoxton interrupting the ritual of the big dog and paying for it with that back suplex facebuster. Briggs trying to pick himself up here. Thompson gonna be a nice guy and help him in doing so. Hoxton's got that table Proudfoot was dropped onto earlier. Changes his mind last minute, though. Interested to see Hoxton and Proudfoot working together, man, after everything they went through in recent months. But again, they did perfectly. A few weeks ago, they had a sort of test 6-man tag team match. on supremacy, and they were victorious. And not a single hiccup, tagging in and out regularly, working together, because they know this is about the brand, baby. This is about their home, and this is about a big shot of momentum as well. Something that Hoxton and Proudfoot especially could use right about now after their misfortunes as of late. Now it is Kent at the top of the ladder. He's got his hands on the briefcase. Oh, Ace Reeves freaking throwing caution to the wind, hurling his body into the ladder. I don't know why he would do that, though, since it was Kent, his partner, up on top. Maybe he was trying to get at Briggs, who was on the other side. Where's Proudfoot going? Oh, changed his mind. Just wanted to say hi to me. What's up, Proudfoot? I think you've got more pressing matters, but I do appreciate the visit. Now going up top. The former undisputed champion. Oh! Inadvertently clipping Briggs, guys. I think he was going for Pierre Thompson, but missed, kind of overshot Thompson, and ended up clipping Briggs, but now he just broke up Hoxton's chokeslam. That was definitely on purpose. And that begins to make me wonder if it was an accident, him drop-kicking Andrew Briggs. Okay, maybe I was wrong. Maybe Supremacy not entirely on the same page. Or at least not Proudfoot. The Impact player catching a boot to the side of the head, courtesy of the gambling man. Who's going to strike a quick pose in the middle of this madness? Ace Reeves allows him to do so. And here we go, the infamous ladder bridge introduced by Ryan Kent. Brett Curtis, Jason Spade, they better run and hide. Drop kick to the side of the new international champion's head. Dave's gonna, oh, and there's Ryan Kent. He who sets it up shall be subject to it. Kent taking the spill out onto the ladder. Proudfoot again coming out to ringside. What is he doing? Why does he keep doing that? He's a big dashing fan. Who can blame him? Pierre Thompson still chilling on top of this ladder at ringside. He's been down for a minute. Oh, there goes Briggs. Ace Reeves cheering Kent on as he takes Proudfoot out with a scoop slam. Crossfire's got the ring controlled right now. Should probably set up the ladder and try to go after the briefcase, but instead Kent going to taunt these fans. Knocking Proudfoot off the apron with a big old right hand. Someone go for the ladder. Briggs is napping. Mid-match nap on the ladder bridge. Gonna come up behind on Ace Reeves, gets an elbow to the knee. Oh, kicked off the turnbuckles. Mid-climb. Bit rude. Kent going after Proudfoot here in the corner, guys. Pierre Thompson has got the ladder set up. The big dog. He's a bigger guy. It might take him a bit longer to get up the ladder. Looks like he's hesitating. Pierre Thompson maybe afraid of heights, or he sees Hoxton coming. And Hoxton eluding Thompson, walking around the ladder. You know what I just noticed? That the ladder doesn't have that in-between rung. Interesting thing to note. I just noticed that for the first time. Big boot. Just about taking Hoxton's head off. Perhaps Thompson found himself a chance to get up the ladder, but Chris Proudfoot making sure those plans don't come to fruition. Briggs has the ladder now. It's just a mess in the middle of the ring as Pierre Thompson gets off the highlight on God's chosen. Jay Hoxton grabbing the table. Andrew Briggs thinking about climbing the ladder, but wants to make sure Pierre Thompson's done for first. Hoxton's going for Ace Reeves, meanwhile. Smacks away the hand. Oh! Ace Reeves just about took his own head off, guys. Did you see that? Proudfoot has his hands on the briefcase, but Ace Reeves noticing what's going on. I don't know how he got back up so quickly, hitting that falling dropkick on Hoxton, but then freaking face planted on the ladder bridge on the way down. Ryan Kent introducing another ladder as if we really needed one. 619 to Andrew Briggs from Ace Reeves for the layman, a Tiger fake kick. Supremacy trying to clear the ring right now. Hoxton eluding Ace Reeves to go for Pierre Thompson. Modified a Michinoku driver. Goodbye, Hoxton. Ace Reeves going to play defense, so it'll be a good time for Pierre Thompson or Ryan Kent to set up one of those ladders. Ryan Kent's thinking about doing just that. Andrew Briggs might interfere in those plans, though. Ryan Kent very proud of setting up the ladder. Gonna allow Pierre Thompson to climb. Guys, this looks like it could be a great strategy. Might pay off. Pierre Thompson's got the briefcase. He's struggling a bit. Proudfoot just now getting back up. Thompson trying to unhook the briefcase. Those are a lot craftier than you might think, though. They're very tricky. And here's Proudfoot at the top of the ladder now. Striking at the midsection. Thompson will not let go, though. Ace Reeves trying to push the ladder out, incapacitating his own partner, but feeling as though it's worth it. Almost for Crossfire. Hoxton's got the table. Ace Reeves has got the ladder. He says, nah. Ryan Kent thinking another fall out onto the ladder bridge. Andrew Briggs saving Hoxton from an airplane spin. Look at the bodies. Look at the destruction. Ladders, tables all over the place. Bodies. All in the name of representing their brand. Fighting to prove Hoxton does not like that ladder. He just freaking fucked that thing out. He's like, fuck this ladder in particular. Now he's got the other one. Ooh, Ace Reeves rolled out and hit that ladder again. That ladder bridge causing a lot of problems for Ace Reeves. Hoxton's got the ladder set up, though. Briggs has got the table in hand. And he says, fuck that table. Proudfoot, top of the ladder. Pierre Thompson did a lot of work getting that thing loose. Proudfoot could further cement Supremacy's place at the top. Someone's got to stop him. He's got it. Proudfoot's almost got it. And Proudfoot unhooking the briefcase. Supremacy ending part one here at Validation. 3-2-1. And it is going to be some hard work for the Crossfire boys. Later this week, part two, they're going to have to win every single match in order to beat Supremacy. Supremacy only has to win one more match on part two in order to solidify themselves as the flagship show. Can Crossfire do it, guys? Can they win 3 matches in a row on part two? It's all or nothing. It's do or die. I didn't even see Briggs get cut open, by the way. Not surprised, though. That was a pretty hard-hitting match. But they may have just handed Validation to Supremacy on a golden platter. Oh, I hit next match. I forgot that they had extra matches. Bonus match. Ace Reeves, Chris Proudfoot going one-on-one. No, not really. But thank you guys, as always, for tuning in and watching along with me. I hope that you enjoyed part one, but it's not over yet. Make sure you come back for part two later this week. Again, either Wednesday or Thursday, probably Thursday, if I had to guess. But keep up to date with our Twitter page or join our Discord if you want to be alert. And until then, I hope that you have a lovely rest of your Sunday, and I will see you when I see you. Bye.